with losing all the birds, we knew that we really needed to have a run, a place that the chickens could go without fear that they were going to get picked off by a fox or an eagle or whatever the case is. So we converted an old woodshed and we put fencing on and put a new roof on, and it turned into this awesome run that the chickens can freely go in, and it looks really nice. One of the best features we installed was this double door. So if we ever need to go into the run, change water, open the coop door, anything like that, we can have both of these doors open and we can walk in freely. But if we just want to throw like some food scraps in or something like that and we don't want the chickens to run out, we can just open up this top door here and just throw it right in. This was one of the best ideas that we had, and yeah, if you're building a chicken coop or a chicken run, a double door, do it. You won't regret it. But make sure you have a way to get out, because we have locked ourselves in here 3 times. 3 times. 3 times.
We wanted this coop to have nesting boxes that we could access from the outside, because our old coop, you had to go in and grab them, which was fine, but sometimes it's nice to just pop this open and grab some eggs, and there's a couple in here. Even our ducks have been laying in here, which is really funny because we don't know how they get up, but we've been seeing a lot of duck eggs in here. These are our Starlight Green Egger eggs. They're kind of fun. So yeah, this was just a nice addition. It's just really convenient. It's a little high, so when we make our children get eggs in the morning, they might need a stool.
Here we have our very, very expensive door that we put on. It's made from French mahogany wood. That's a lie, it's not. It's made from 2x6s that I got at Home Depot. Basically, we just slap these together, we put some stain on, and it works like a door should. So it opens, and usually it closes. But with that said, let's take a look inside. Welcome to inside the chicken coop. When you first walk in, there is a nice little, we'll call it a foyer, wherever that place is that you walk from the outside to the inside, but it's not quite inside yet. It's kind of like that little meeting ground. It's where you go to warm up when it's cold. The mud room, that's what we're gonna call it, the mud room of the chicken coop. So we wanted this space here to have just so that we as people can have space to store things, can have space before, running into the chickens, can have an area that is kind of the foyer of the outside, basically. So we built this side, and this side over here has a shelf, and we keep like our bedding and some other things over here, and then the other side is a food area that I might also build a little shelf in, just because we can. Do you want to be on camera? Is that what you're trying to do? This is Aubrey, our chicken. She's a curious one. She's kind of a loner, so she hangs out with us humans a lot. Shh. Okay. Jeez. So that's what we have in the entryway here. It's just a nice little space that we can just kind of relax as humans before we enter the chaos that is the coop behind us. So when you enter the coop, there is really 3 main features in here, 1 on each side, maybe 4. 4th one's a surprise, so stay till the end and I'll show you. On this side over here, we have our roosting bar, and this was the old roosting bar that we had in the old coop. And I mean, the chickens love it, so it can fit all 10 of our chickens on there. And below it, I have made a litter box, we're calling it, of sorts. So when the chickens are roosting at night and inevitably they poop and it goes everywhere, instead of going on the ground and kind of getting, lost in the bedding, we can actually collect it, which sounds gross, but if you're a gardener, you know the value of chicken poop. So this makes it easy for us to collect it, and then we throw it in our compost pile, and we have beautiful chicken poop gold. next spring. So down here is just our nesting boxes, and you already saw the outside here, but we have 3 little areas. I think they're maybe 18 by 18, something like that. And yeah, this is, for what we have, this is plenty of space, because rarely is there ever more than 3 chickens laying at a time. The tripod doesn't go this low, but this is the door that the chickens run out of in the morning. And it's quite amusing because they look like little preschoolers that haven't learned how to walk in single file yet. Sally, what are you doing in here? Oh, get out. Oh, get out of here. You're not allowed in here. You're not allowed. The last feature, and probably the most important feature in this whole coop, I would say, is this feeder. So what we decided to do is we wanted a feeder that could house and hold a lot of food. So there's 2 individual sides here, so we can put 2 different kinds of food in at a given time. And each of these can hold 2 50-pound bags. So if you do the math, there could be over 200, yeah, that's math, yes. There could be over 200 pounds of chicken feed in here at a given time, which is super nice because that means we have to fill up like once a month, maybe every like 3rd week or so. And the fact that we can feed them from the inside and then it goes out into the outside, it's so nice to have. This was probably the best idea we had to do because previously we were using these little PVC pipes, and well, they're not little, but for chicken feed they were kind of little and they're really hard to pour the feed into, and we ended up just wasting a lot. So this solved so many of our feed problems, and definitely glad that we made this. So that is pretty much all to see in the chicken coop here, and you know, it's kind of fancy, but it's not like a chicken mansion per se. So we just really hope that this is going to be something, a coop that we can have for many years, and that we won't need to rebuild, we won't necessarily need to add on. I hope that it was built well so that it, you know, stays intact and doesn't dilapidate or anything like that. But this is the chicken coop that we kind of really wanted when we moved out to the property. And like I said, in the kind of the story leading up, we felt like our back was kind of against the wall and we needed a solution, and this was just that. There was one more surprise feature that I promised that I would show you guys. Stay right there. Gotta have the twinkle lights. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.